This video is brought to you by the Deck of Many and their Big Bad Booklet series, and by the Roll for Combat Actual Play podcast and their Three Ring Adventure. Hello and welcome back to the Gallant Goblin. Alright, I'm excited about this one, and I know a lot of you are too. This is one of the first entries into WizKids' new Icons of the Realms Papercraft line of terrain. We're starting off with The Lodge for Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. So, Papercraft is a great way to fill your whole battle map with beautiful buildings and scattered terrain for not a lot of money. We'll go through all the pros and cons of Papercraft. One thing to keep in mind is that unlike most of the items in the Icons of the Realms line, this one does not come out of the box ready to hit your gaming table, as you can see by the flatness of the box. You'll have to punch out some pieces and slot them together, though no tools or glue is necessary. So let's open up the box and see what's inside. Your lodge will arrive like this, with 12 pieces of cardboard and a page of instructions detailing how to put the building together. They arrive sealed up to keep the moisture out. Each piece is labeled with a number on one side to help you identify it in the instructions. Here's a time-lapse of me putting the lodge together for the first time while listening to the Three Ring Adventure podcast, of course. Once you learn how a Papercraft system works, you can usually increase your build speed as you grow more familiar with the process. In my case, I really struggled, especially in the beginning. It's quite a puzzle, actually, and the instructions in a few places were a little unclear. I think part of the problem was that there wasn't an image really of the finished product, so in places it felt like I was putting together a puzzle without a clear picture of the design, especially for the interior of the lodge. But I eventually figured it out and was able to construct the whole thing in about 45 minutes. If you're a more adept puzzle solver than I am, you'll probably be quicker than I was. In a bit, I'll try to give you a good look at the finished interior, which will hopefully assist you when you're trying to put it together for yourself. The main thing to note is that almost all the slots and notches are numbered like this, so the main trick is just to match them. I think I'll be able to put together the next set of Papercraft a little bit more easily now that I know how the general system works. The cardboard is high quality and should last you for a good long time. I think you'll be able to deconstruct it and reconstruct it many times without noticing much wear and tear if you're reasonably gentle with it. It is, of course, the correct scale for our miniatures as well. The roofs are removable with a decent amount of playable space inside, though not really a lot of room for furniture scatter terrain as the interiors have a lot going on already. The doors, by the way, are not functional. It takes up an L-shaped space on your game board and is about 11 inches long, 10 inches wide, and 12 inches tall, or 28 centimeters long, 25 centimeters wide, and 30 centimeters tall. All in all, it's a great addition to your collection and a great way to liven up your game maps without spending an arm and a leg on something like Dwarven Forge buildings. The lodge here is only $15.99, so about the price of 2 premium painted minis. It's scheduled for release in January 2021. The only real improvement I'd like to see is a better set of instructions. Perhaps even just increasing the size and quality of the pictures in the instructions would go a long way to making it a little easier to follow. The other conundrum that I've come across with Papercraft is storage. Theoretically, you can just deconstruct all of this when you're finished and pack it all away flat, but it's complicated and time-consuming enough to build it that I'm not really inclined to do that. Plus, once the pieces are removed from the punch boards, you lose those actual numbers on the pieces, so the instructions are going to be a little less helpful in putting it back together in the future. Perhaps you can just take down parts of it to make storage and reconstruction a little bit easier. I'm going to have to play with it a little bit and see. So do be sure to make sure that when you do store it away, it'll be somewhere where it won't get warped by moisture, especially if you're like me and you live along the Gulf Coast. So don't just toss it in the attic between sessions. But let me know in the comments section down below, if you have Papercraft terrain buildings like this, how do you handle the storage of them? And what do you think of the lodge here? Are you looking forward to more Papercraft buildings and scatter terrain from WizKids? And between these and WizKids' new line of acrylic 2D minis coming soon, we're going to have a whole new way of populating our maps with official D&D figures and buildings that's much less expensive, which I think is fantastic. I'm all about making sure that fun RPG accessories are open to people of all budgets. So let me thank our our sponsors for today's video. First, the Deck of Many and their Big Bad Booklet series. Each booklet gives you everything you need to run a fun adventure with a new big boss each month. The booklets give you backstories, layer information, several plot hooks, new minions and custom art, sometimes even whole new mechanics. It's a great way to introduce your friends and family to D&D over the holiday season, as it uses the 5e rules you already know. This month, come meet the Hydrail, a massive multi-headed snail driven only by his need to consume magic of all kinds. Will you stop this monstrous mollusk or get caught in his slimy path of destruction? Subscribe today at bigbadbooklet.com. We're also supported by the Roll for Combat Actual Play podcast and their Three Ring Adventure series. This is an officially licensed playthrough of the very popular Extinction Curse adventure path for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, in which the players have to balance running and performing in a circus while also fighting back against a great evil threatening the land. Question for you: have you run a campaign in which one of your characters or your party had to maintain a business of some sort while adventuring? I think it's great fun. It gives the players a home base, it gives them something to grow and develop, and provides something they value to use in your storytelling. The GM of the Three Ring Adventure, Stephen Glicker, shows you some interesting and innovative ways of managing a business or activity in an RPG, as the PCs must run and promote and perform in their own traveling circus. You can learn a lot while simultaneously just enjoying the fun of the podcast. Learn more and subscribe today on your podcasting app of choice or over at rollforcombat.com. And thank you, as always, for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, kindly click that little like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already to see all the latest toys and accessories and adventures. In the new year, we're planning to be changing up the way we do our video sponsorships to make sure that we stay sustainable while giving you ads that are relevant and hopefully fun and interesting to listen to. If you or someone you know has a business that would like to sponsor us, feel free to reach out to us at thegallantgoblin@gmail.com. And you can always find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For now, stay safe out there, have fun, love each other, and I'll see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.